Sponsored by Centavos. Keep more of your money.
Welcome back to Ask Sloan. I'm Ben,
I'm Sloan.
and today we're going to be talking about a hot topic: artificial intelligence.
What?
Good one. So let's get right into it. So Sloan, I know that one of your entrepreneurial ventures, right, is working with small businesses, right, as a fractional CFO. Have you seen or had any conversations with any small business owners where you see that they're trying to incorporate artificial intelligence into their business, or is that an avenue that has not yet been explored in the small business realm?
So let's compartmentalize that into two subjects, okay?
Okay.
Small businesses that are utilizing artificial intelligence as a tool to operate,
Mm-hmm.
and small businesses that are developing products and services utilizing AI. And so my short answer is yes.
Okay.
And yes to both of those.
Okay.
Okay? And so you've got small businesses that they don't use Google anymore, they use chat. We have a friend in the room that's what she does, okay, and that's all she does. And Google is gone, okay. It's chat, right? And chat's got a name, y'all. Chat.
GBT.
No, we dropped the GPT. It's just chat, right? And of course, there's Llama and there's Grok and there's all that stuff. But I call when it first came out, I called it Super Search. Okay.
Okay.
So what we used to do is we used to go to Google and we would search for it, and Google gives us a list of links. We click on the links and we research the link, and then we would pull the data out of it. Well, now we got Super Search, Chat, or Grok, or whoever else. And what we do is we search the thing, and it gives us the content. We don't need the link is over. Forget the link. It gives us the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it produces the result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It even does math now. How about that? It's pretty exciting. It's in your messages. I don't know if you noticed that you can put 4 plus 4 and it'll go equals 8. But so that's utilizing AI in operation, right? Okay. Hey, create a marketing plan for me. Create a business plan for me. Hey, write this email. Hey, write this post. Hey, what topic should we talk about on our podcast? Using AI to generate that information, that data to produce documents and or work. So that's number one. Number two is, are you developing technology? Okay, like I'm building Centavos with a CFO AI agent, right?
Okay.
I've got a client that's developing an automated lead generation tool that uses AI for the roofing industry. Okay,
Okay.
and so you go and you search. Well, it's called Quote My Roof. Okay, and it's a tool. It's an AI generating tool that people will go and they'll put in their address, and it'll generate a lead and a marketing campaign for that person. So basically, roofing companies are signing up for this service to provide them leads through that website, and all those leads are automated, and even the call center behind it is an AI agent, and so on and so forth. So he's developing that whole technology, so then he doesn't have to have staff on that service line.
Yeah.
It's just a fully automated service line that he can generate capital.
Yeah. I find it really interesting the rate in which artificial intelligence is innovating, right? Because all of those examples that you mentioned are large language model leveraging examples. So it's a person leveraging a large language model in order to accomplish whatever goal that is, whether it's, helping with marketing, whether it's, quoting um, a, a roofing job, whether it's, whatever other case that you mentioned, right?
Research, producing
Research, anything like that.
statistics.
So that's the forefront of what I think people think of when they think of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
They think of leveraging these large language models. They think of Gronk. They think of ChatGPT. They think of Claude AI. Um, and I think that that's the next breakthrough. Right now, I think that people are thinking of a data layer, creating a data layer, and then leveraging a large language model over that data layer in order to produce whatever output it is that they're looking for. And then, other than that, the next thing is just automating workflows, right?
But you're diving right into enterprise. Okay.
Or small
So
businesses. I see
most
it on TikTok all the time.
most small businesses don't have the data layer you're referring to.
That's
Okay.
true. They have data though.
They but they don't know they have data. Okay.
Ah, okay. So now we're getting
And they're
into
not
really.
capturing that data and storing that data, and they really don't understand, like we're using the word data. I mean, half small business owners don't even know what that word means. Okay, and I'm not being mean. I'm just
No,
saying,
I mean it's
for a long time I was trying to figure that out. And I'm talking about in the 2000s,
mm,
Silicon Valley started talking about data, and I'm
mm,
like, okay, so data is information, great. Okay, like it's already on
what
the
does that
internet. Like,
mean?
what do you mean, like data? Like, okay, so we're doing it. So and then it's like, well, database.
Yeah,
So all technology is developed using databases.
yeah.
So a database is a file cabinet. It's just a digital file cabinet. Okay. But it has all this information in it. And then that information is valuable for X, Y, and Z things. So most small businesses don't know the data they have and the value of that data, and then how to extract that value into business models and or services and or revenue.
Mm,
Okay. Whereas enterprise, they're using the data to either develop new and improved products or services, or to understand their their market, their customer better, or to see where to take the company, how to envision, right? So it's like taking that information and organizing it into a cohesive um, strategy
yeah.
for future development, right?
Hmm.
And then of course the third one you're talking about, which is automation. And I think small businesses can 100% use automation. But the data layer piece is a very unique thing, and I think that small businesses could leverage that. But I mean, it's hard for them to just use Dropbox as their file cabinet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Well, let's level set with that because I think that with so for any of those you need data, right? So data layer I think is just like a fancy term to say data in general, just like where you're housing your data, like you said, a file like digital file cabinet. Um, and so what you're seeing, like if you go on TikTok right now and you look up AI for small businesses, what you'll probably see is a guy in front of his computer that tells you, all right, so what I did is that I cold called people and I made a chatbot that I can sell to this business where they're going to use this chatbot to take in calls like a call center, and the chatbot's going to speak to their customers for them, right? And they
yeah,
did that just by, well, first they needed a data layer, right? So they created all the data and all that. But other than that, they literally they use AI to build the AI tool.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So let's unpack this. So that data layer is the script,
Yes.
okay, and then all the rebuttals,
Mm-hmm.
and then the answers to those rebuttals.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't need the Wolf of Wall Street anymore. We just need chat. Okay. And so, and then that leads to automation as well. So like, let's give that example. I sell a CFO membership, right? A chief financial officer subscription model, if you will. Okay.
Okay.
You pay us $500 to $1,000 a month plus, just depending on your size and shape and so forth. And and we provide bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, document preparation, raising capital, all these different things that a chief financial officer does. Okay. And because I've been doing that for 20 years, right? It doesn't matter who it is that's asking me about my services. I can sell you, if you're a buyer, I can sell it to you.
Mm.
Just like that.
Yep.
Okay. Now, extracting all of that out of my brain
Yeah.
and being able to turn that into a script and teach that script to an AI bot,
Yeah.
okay? So that that AI bot can have that conversation when calls come in, okay?
That's very difficult.
That well, it's difficult, but that's what you're talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay?
Essentially.
That's exactly what you're talking about. And then, but then there's different layers to that. So breaking down that sales layer, okay? First is generating the lead, okay? So that's what my roof guy's doing, okay? He's a marketing agency for roofing companies, and he's creating this AI solution that goes out and gets the lead, okay? Then that lead is then nurtured through that AI bot, okay? And then schedules the roof inspection,
Yeah.
which can't be done by the AI. Okay, a person has to go out there, but all that from lead capture to scheduling is completely done
Automated.
by AI, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's huge, and I think that all small business owners really need to be thinking about this and thinking and breaking down their systems because they if you're just getting started, you're 1 to 3 years, you don't even realize you have systems. Okay,
Yeah.
no, you don't, right?
No, I
It's
was agreeing with you.
yeah. Well, no, yeah, no, that's what I meant. So then you get to a point where you need those systems to improve. So all of a sudden you recognize, oh, I do have systems, and then now you need to improve upon them. Well, to get ahead of the curve, you need to be incorporating AI into every potential system that you have right now.
Yeah.
If you're afraid of AI, I'm so sorry. Um, don't get left behind.
Yeah.
The only way to get in front of that fear is to participate, right? Um, there's not a technology that didn't become mainstream. Okay. People were afraid of the internet in 1994.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. Now the internet is part of everything. Our televisions,
It's a part of
all of our equipment, everything.
everything,
Yeah.
right? Okay. AI is going to become a part of everything.
I agree.
AI is not the enemy. The enemy is whoever is the Wizard of Oz behind the AI that they're using for malicious intent.
The Wizard of
Okay.
Oz.
No, but it's true,
I mean,
right?
I would say artificial general intelligence is my enemy.
And that's fine. And I'm not here to disagree with that, but somebody is creating that, and so
Yeah.
there is another intelligence behind that. Okay,
Mhm.
and so whether that's a spiritual intelligence or whether that is a physical intelligence, right now that is being created by humans and or spiritual entities,
Beings.
right? Okay, but again, you're not getting rid of it. Now, I'm not saying going out there and get the mark of the beast because you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not. I'm not saying you're like go get signed up. I'm not getting the mark of the beast, but we don't even know what that is yet. Okay,
Well, I'm not
so
saying that
you know what I mean?
artificial general intelligence is going to be the mark of the beast. I just think that because I haven't personally seen any guardrails around trying to put, boundaries around artificial intelligence as a in regards to artificial general intelligence, it becomes scary because an intelligent that is smarter than humans that can think for itself in a way can be leveraged by anyone to do anything.
I mean, we saw iRobot. Okay, like we grew up in the world of this is what AI is going to do to destroy our world. Okay,
Yeah,
and let's be clear. Okay, nuclear weapons were going to destroy our world. Okay, every generation has this thing that's going to kill us all. Okay. And I love to say that the end of the world never comes. Okay. Now it does come for some people. Okay.
yeah,
Um, and it will come one day, I believe. But we can't live like that. When it's here, you deal with it. Before that, the only way to control it is to participate, right? The only way to choose our president is to vote.
okay, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
The only way to affect change is to be a part of the conversation. you're just not going to stop it.
Yeah. The people that try to work against it, all they're doing is working towards making themselves obsolete.
Correct.
Yeah. I had a conversation with my sister about this topic. She works in the educational realm, and she was talking about incorporating artificial intelligence into education because I mean right now, if you think about it, the entire educational landscape is going to change once artificial intelligence becomes more mainstream. Not that it's not already mainstream, but once it starts being incorporated and adapted by more people in their day-to-day lives, who's to say that we're still going to have universities at that point? We don't
Did
know.
did they teach you cursive in school?
They did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they stopped teaching it at some point.
Really?
I think they did. At least in some school districts. I don't know. They taught us cursive. Okay. But
Yeah.
I was very surprised to learn that they stopped teaching it in a lot of different places. The fact is without we're born ignorant, right? We're born without knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. We're born needing to learn. Okay. So no matter what, we're gonna need to learn. Okay. University will evolve, but it will not go away.
Interesting.
We have to learn. Okay. Now it may not be university. Um, I think and, obviously, like you can take all of MIT's courses right now for free. You're not going to get the diploma, but
Yeah.
you can learn the information. They're all online for free,
Yeah.
right? But how many people are doing that? I mean,
Very few.
do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how many people? I think it's a very select few people who are actually trying to self teach themselves.
Anything.
I'm not going to go with anything because I think society is a lot more lifelong learners today than they ever have been.
Okay.
And I think the internet definitely helped with that access to information.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole lot easier to, pull up encyclopedia on your phone than it was to go to the freaking library when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean,
Anything was definitely too
it was hard. You know what I mean? Like getting, like, it was a luxury to get education up until like 1990. Okay. Since 1990, it's become easier and easier and easier and easier. And it's free now.
Yeah.
Like it's free now. Now, even though it's free, like I said, like how many people are going to MRT and learning all of that stuff? I mean, I don't know, but it's there,
Yeah.
right? So I that's why I say like the fear of AI, in my opinion, is useless.
Okay.
Figure out how to use AI to
Your advantage.
your advantage,
Yeah.
right? And whether we become dependent upon it or not, we're dependent on the cell phone. We're 100% fully dependent on the cell phone. Homeless people have cell phones. The poorest people in Africa and Asia have cell phones. Everybody on the planet has a cell phone. We are completely and utterly dependent on the cell phone. Okay. We're completely and utterly dependent on the internet. Okay. We're completely and utterly dependent on electricity. We're completely and utterly dependent. You know what I mean? Like,
That's honestly a great point because I've thought about that. I thought about that the other day. I was like, there was a blackout on my block, and the first thing I thought was, if there was no electricity, I would not survive.
you wouldn't.
What are my
You,
like my
you,
ancestors are
you,
probably looking at me and they're saying, "Well, you don't know how to hunt or build a house or make a quilt or anything, right?" Whereas I'm looking at I mean, it's kind of that same similar transition, right?
I'm of the opinion that an EMP is the most dangerous weapon on the planet.
Mm,
You're 100% right. We cannot survive anymore. We're not capable of survival. Like we're
we'll
not.
figure something out.
I mean, you would,
Booty the Walmart.
but a third of us would die. I mean,
Yeah,
like, would humanity figure it out? Yes, there are survivalists. I mean, I don't know. Naked and Afraid. You seen that show?
it's a great show.
But I think we should all adopt AI. I think that we should be thinking about how to use AI to our advantage. I don't think it's a crutch. I don't think it's a ploy. I don't think it's any of that stuff. I definitely think that we need to incorporate it into our systems and our structures because it's not going away. Okay.
Yeah.
And if we don't use it and figure out how to make it useful and put those guardrails in and figure out how to be and the truth we have bad actors. We have bad actors. So the more of us that are not bad actors that are in the game, give give us at least a fighting chance.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I thought of early on, so when I first heard of ChatGPT, I was, I think, about to graduate college, or I just had graduated college. And I, first thing I did, I've always loved technology. I got my first laptop when I was in fourth grade.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm getting on this. I started using it immediately. And the first thing I thought was, you know, I wonder what's going to happen if this keeps progressing. And then as time went on, I was like, well, if people are going to start using this, what about the security piece of it, right? And now that you can make a video that is nearly identical to what a real video looks like, how are they going to detect deep fakes, right? How are we going to then be able, like, if I were to take a video of you right now and, it could be incriminating, right? Or something, and I could use that against you in court. Whereas, what happens when I could just create an AI video?
So you know what a bibliography is?
Yes.
So a bibliography is a list of sources.
Okay.
And I really think like when we were growing up, they taught us only believe half of what you read and like none of what you see. Okay. Like I really don't even know like the verbiage at the moment, but it's like we have got to stop believing in. There was a commercial, I think it was a State Farm commercial that was making fun of this girl that was like telling these really outlandish stories. And they're like, where did you hear that? And she's like, oh, the internet, of course. It was like, okay, like Wikipedia, like you couldn't use Wikipedia as a source in your bibliography in 1996. Okay. Like we used to have extremely high standards on source documents, source material,
Even if,
source information, extremely high standards. And I say we, I'm talking about America. I don't know about anywhere else. Okay. But right now, if you read it on Facebook or you watch it on Instagram or you see it on TikTok, it's true.
yeah,
We went from nothing on the internet is true because it's not valid information. It hasn't been sourced. We went from
yeah,
real journalism, which is real sources, and those sources have sources, and those sources have sort like where two or more, right, three or more witnesses, where like we're real sort like we have got to stop believing most things.
yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
we have got to start expecting things to be validated, things to have sources, things that like and that was the whole thing about crypto is like it's about blockchain. Like it's transparent. It has sources. We know where that money went. Okay?
yeah,
So I think blockchain definitely has, some uses and so forth, but we in some ways we know, and in other ways we really need to like stop like if it doesn't come with source material,
not valid.
it's not valid.
There's a lot of scamming that's going on right now, even with like the ability to replicate somebody's voice using AI. Some people are calling and just like replicating voices and stuff like that to be able
So
to get
so
money off of
so
you. So be careful out
you're
there.
talking about boundaries, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't ever give anybody money over the phone. Okay.
No.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody calls you.
Yeah, but if they call my grandma and they sound like me, my grandma's giving them that credit card information.
And this is what I'm
Better
saying
not
though.
call my
But
grandma.
that's gotta be the boundary. You don't give anybody money over the phone. Ben's not going to call you, Grandma, and ask you for money. Okay. The IRS is not going to call you. They don't call, they send letters.
Yeah.
They don't call, they send letters. They're never going to call. Guess what? Your bank is not going to call you and say there's a fraud alert. They're not going to do that. They're going to send you a text message or an email.
Yeah.
Don't give anybody money over the phone. Number one, that's your wisdom for the day. I'm going to give it early. Don't give anybody money over the phone.
If you didn't already know that at this age,
Ever. Hang up.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, but you're
Look,
cooked.
look. If anyone asks, if somebody is trying to get information from you over the phone, and I don't care if it's text messaging,
You're very passionate about this.
very passionate. It's
Have you
ridiculous.
been scammed
Of
over the
course, and so is everybody. Like I honestly, a friend
I
of
have
mine.
never been scammed
No,
over the
no,
phone.
no. I'll give you one. This wasn't even AI though. This was just
This was just a person.
just a little dumb scam. A friend of mine on Facebook, and it wasn't him. Probably it was probably fished. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Hey, boom, boom," and I thought I was just like getting into this little thing and gonna do some promotion to get $500,000 or whatever, just a little helpful situation. No.
A little.
I bought $500 worth of Bitcoin and gave it to him.
Wow.
Yeah, all this happened within like 30 minutes. I was like, man, you dumb mother. But I wasn't mad at him because it wasn't even him. That's the thing. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at me because I knew better. I already knew better. What the heck am I doing? Okay. And so look, don't give anybody any money over the phone. Don't buy Bitcoin and give it to somebody. Okay. Don't like just relax. Don't give anybody your password.
Yeah.
Don't authenticate for anybody. Don't answer the phone if you don't know the phone number.
Yeah. Well, let's take it back really quickly to what you were saying earlier in regards to like the journalism. So you mentioned like a shift in journalism where people were after exposing the truth before, but now it's as if they're after clicks, right? So right now it's like, at that point, what you believe on Instagram is true, what you believe on Facebook is true, what you believe anywhere is true, or that's how people are perceiving it, only because now the sources that you used to think were reputable have been proven otherwise. Therefore, now what can you look to as the truth when everybody's telling you a different story?
Well, see, therein lies the problem.
Yeah, that's why we're stuck.
So therein lies the problem. Do you need the truth?
Well, it depends. If I'm gonna vote, I need the truth.
Okay, that's one thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so do I want the weather?
Yeah,
Like, what news do you want? You want to know what Donald Trump's doing with Xi Jinping right now? Like you need to be involved in that conversation. Like, you think they're going to tell you what the truth is, anyways? Like, what truth do you want? What like you want to fight? You want war? Like, do you want to get involved in the war? Like you have an opinion on Putin and Ukraine? I mean, like what, like if we're like whatever, like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
but I think people want to have an opinion, though, right? It's
sure,
like
sure,
people
but
want to have an
but
opinion.
based on truth. But are you getting it? You're not. You're being fed information. Okay, by and that's the problem. Journalism used to be, hey, we want to give you the information. Now it's not. It's, hey, we want you to have this opinion. We want to invoke this opinion in you so you will do what we want you to do. It's become propaganda. It's become
Mm.
a force to get you to it's you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
different. It's no longer, hey, we're here to provide you truth. It's, hey, we want you to believe what we believe. We want you to think what we think. We want you to have this, like, it doesn't matter what news you watch. They're riling you up to be upset, to be frustrated, and they're pointing that emotion at someone, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Hillary Clinton, whether it's Putin, whether it's Xi Jinping, whether it's it doesn't matter. They want you to be mad. Why? So that you will go and vote. So that you will go and do this. So you'll give money to this. So they're creating an emotion in you.
Polarization in you.
So that divide and conquer.
Mhm.
It's control. Okay.
No.
So don't be controlled. Like, you can, like, I stopped watching the news, bro. It hasn't changed my life. Except for the fact that I'm now not upset about everything.
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's tough because you want to hear both sides. So I mean, I always say like try to look for everybody's side as best you can. It's difficult now because you know your data is consistently being shared, and so you know
So
you're creating guardrails for yourself and what you're able to view. But
so I'll read it, okay? And we're running out of time, but I will read it and I'll read it from all perspectives so that I have everyone's view and then I can make my own decisions about it. But the truth is like I don't need to have an opinion about everything. I don't need to weigh in on every single little thing. Like it's like I'm a father and a husband and a business owner and I have responsibilities and that's where my focus is.
yeah,
If if I need to have an opinion, then I will research and research and research, but I'm not going to allow an Instagram post
to sway you.
to keep me up at night
Yeah,
and I'm not going to be afraid of AI.
there you go. Don't be afraid of AI. Give us a tip before we go.
Well, the wisdom was I don't know, this is going to be your second piece of wisdom, I
You
guess.
get two for $1.
What? Two for $1? Okay, so I think the wisdom is don't be afraid of AI. Incorporate it into your business, incorporate it into into your systems and your structures. Use it as super search, like become aware. Like the more you use something, the more that you are participating in something, then the more that you actually have a dog in the hunt.
Nice. I like that. All right. See you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification button. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks so much.